Hello and welcome to the program Ghana Speaks. My name is Enoch Eju. So grateful that you've made the time. This is the day that the Lord has made. And as you can see, I'm laughing, smiling all through because of what I'm going to do today. Fireworks as always. And today we're turning the heat on the United States of America, USA. One thing that people must understand, especially the Americans, must know and understand is this. We love them, we cherish them, we hold them close to heart. But sometimes some of the leaders that you people elect, some of the leaders create a perception as if we are enemies because of power. And this is what we're going to be discussing today. And I believe my good friend and father, the man himself, the American president, President John Trump, J. Trump, is doing the listening, doing the watching, and you get this very clip. It's very important because we have to say it as it is. Not long ago, the U.S. Department of State issued a level 2 travel advisory for Ghana due to several concerns. 1. Crime. Violent crimes like carjacking, street smuggling, assaults, and rape occur in isolated locations in Ghana. Let me ask you this. State Department, let me ask you this. Where in the world that an isolated place will not have a crime being committed? Where in the world? Where is the evidence? I will tell you why. Let's continue. Violence against women, or let's say violence against women travelers. Rape and domestic violence are serious problems, with rape being significantly underreported. Police rarely respond to reports of domestic violence. Holy moly. Where did you get this impression from? America, I'm asking you this question. Where did you get this impression from? Another point that seemed to be very interesting is this. Civil unrest. Civil unrest and crime in specific regions. The Upper East region, Northeast region, Upper West region, and western portion of the Savannah region have increased risk due to civil unrest and crime, warranting a level 3 reconsider travel advisory. This is the message coming from your department. It's very rich. It's very, very rich that this is coming from America. So let's now refresh our memories. I find it so weird and so strange that a country that prides itself to be the beacon of democracy, that you've practiced democracy for so many years, when it comes to racial profiling, that is where you find it. I was expecting probably America to be on level 4. Level 4. If Ghana, and as you can see, the whole wide world, a lot of bloggers are, making all sort of statements against the American people. They are surprised that you mentioned Ghana because we have beautiful relationship. I'm going to tell you a lot of good stuff about Ghana, but let's go into a little bit of, facts. On February 14, 2018, Nicholas Cruz, 19 years, opened fire at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, killing 17 people and injuring 18 others. He used an AR-15 style semi-automatic rifle and was arrested approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes later. Question: where in Ghana did this ever happen? Give me an example of a place in Ghana that a 19-year-old carried a gun and shot people in cold blood. Even at that time, you declared your country a safe place. In spite of this, give you this very video. This one is something that I'm going to share with you. This one comes with a video. But because of YouTube rules, I'm not going to play the full one. I'm just going to play you the victims, those who experienced the pain. It happened in US. The Uvalde school shooting occurred on May 24, 2022 at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. Salvador Ramos, an 18-year-old former student, carried out the attack, resulting in 21 fatalities, including 19 students and 2 teachers, and injuring 17 others. This happened in US of A. Probably you didn't have the chance of experiencing the pain, watching people go through the pain. Watch this video.
I left my daughter at that school, and that decision will haunt me for the rest of my life.
An 18-year-old male who resided in Uvalde. He shot and killed horrifically, incomprehensibly, 14 students and killed a teacher.
Everybody was scared. We were all panicking because we didn't know what was really happening.
Do you feel safe at school? Why not?
Because I don't want it to happen again.
Do you think it's going to happen again?
Her last photo ever was taken at approximately 10:54 a.m. I can still see her walking with us toward the exit. In the reel that keeps scrolling across my memories, she turns her head and smiles back at us to acknowledge my promise. And then we left.
Oh, how do you feel? Is that a country you consider to be the safest? Why in Ghana, again, did this ever happen? Putting Ghana level 2. Level 100. Now let's continue. For this, I don't want to play the video out of respect for the family. I'm not going to play you the video. I don't want us to relive that moment again. I don't want us to go through that pain. George Floyd, 25th May, the month of May like this, 2020, under the leadership of President J. Trump. Police officers, criminals who were in uniform just because of hatred, because of the skin color, knelt on the neck of this gentleman. And all he could say, his last words, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And the white man there, that white guy, didn't see anything wrong. The guy was saying, I can't breathe. He was in pain, panting. Life was going out of him. Why is the guys were just watching on? I don't even want to mention or dignify the name or the response of the officer who did that. He was still kneeling on the neck of the guy. And the guy was going through pain until he died. What happened to him? Imagine if it was a black guy or black guys who did that. What do you think would have happened to those blacks and to the fate of our black brothers or African brothers there? I can't breathe. How many people, how many blacks have lost their lives in the streets of America? Come again, America. Come again. This happened some few months ago. This very year, 2025. A boy of about 17 years killed his parents. His name, Nikita Kasap. He allegedly killed his parents, Tatiana Kasap and Donald Meyer, in their Wisconsin home. The bodies were discovered on February 28th, more than 2 weeks after the murders. This boy lived with his parents in the same room, the same house, always looking at the dead bodies. And you are telling me such a place called America is safe? So I asked the question, why this caution? Why are you telling people that they shouldn't come to our dear country? Just because Ghana decided to ban foreigners from local gold trade. An American and any other foreigner can easily walk into our shops, go to Pristia, Tapa, Obuasi, and any other mining area with some small amount of cedis, buy it, buy gold in large quantity, and then export it, sell it, and make good money. Now you have to go through the gold board. We are taking over as Africans. I salute the president, John Dramani Mahama. Well done. That's how it's supposed to be, not to become puppets. You know, many a time when some of us speak like this, people think that we hate. It's hate. This has nothing to do with hate speech. It has everything to do with the fact that you want to sit on our pride, our happiness. You want to take over our resources, and we can't allow that. America always prides itself to be the overall boss of the world. World police, world military. They have a policy for everything. You sit in your country, you decide what happens in other countries. How? You can easily bomb Iraq, bomb other countries, destroy their property, natural resources, organize elections for them so that they will be under your mercy. And you call this democratic? If a country is even going through an autocratic regime, who has called upon you? Can the people rise against their own government? Let America take care of America. That is the way it's supposed to be. You can have your personal, beef with anyone. But the moment you become a president, you should know you are not there for yourself, but you are there for the people. The government's for the people, by the people, and for the people at all times. So it's not about your personal vendetta or anything against some Africans or some group of people. I have good American friends, from Frederick to Stephen to Tad. All of them are Americans. And many a time we talk, and they are not happy with the way you are, managing affairs in your country. All Africans were behind you, President Trump. All Africans, because of your stance against anti-LGBT and how you wanted to be disciplinary. But what did you do? Aside even sacking these Africans as the people you call immigrants, your own people, you've rendered some of them unemployed. And you think it's fun? Look at the dollar. Gradually, it's coming down. Let me tell you why this country, Ghana, is beautiful. Ghana is a beautiful country because we accept all religions. What you are about to watch was not done by me. It was done by one of your own, a white dude. Muslims and Christians coming together. You realize that when the Muslims are praying, the Christians will keep quiet. When Christians are praying, the Muslims will keep quiet. That is what we do here. Ghana is a beautiful country. Now, let me spend some time out to tell you about my country. This country, you can walk any day, anytime. No one will attack you. There's nothing like racial profiling. The hospitality level here is very high. So I'm telling investors to come. This country is very safe. Look at me. I'm standing in the street, isn't it? Yes. I'm here. I'm outside. If this country was not safe, how come your embassy is still here? At a point in time, you hoisted the LGBT flag in front of your embassy. At a time when Ghana was telling you that we are not for it. Did anyone attack the embassy? So if you believe this country is not safe, why is the embassy still here? Do not create an impression as if that we hate Americans. No, we love them. We cherish them. I have good American friends. Very soon you see some of them. Why? It's about time our leaders put the same measures that they also put in place. When you come to Ghana, you should have no less than about $20,000 to $30,000 in your account. You should go through all the visa requirements that one will have to go through. At least speak 1, 2, 3 languages in this country before you can also come. You come here. Yesterday, what I saw even got me pissed. You see an old man with a young, pretty girl. These girls are supposed to be left for small boys. That is on a lighter note. Where in America will you get a Ghanaian walking with some young lady like that? An old man of about maybe 50, 60 years with his girlfriend. How old? 19, 20 something years. Because we accept all and sundry. Even though sometimes I dislike some of these girls for doing that because it tarnishes our brand and image. They've seen what we call a white man. Or America must keep their hands off our dear nation, Ghana. Let Ghana be. Let Ghana be. Let us manage our own resources. Now watch this video and listen to one of your own talk about how Christians and Muslims respect each other in this country.
So the church is here, and come to show me where's the mosque.
Where's the mosque is just right here. This is the mosque.
Yeah?
Just right there.
So it's super interesting. Literally, the church is here, and the mosque is literally 100 meters. You're gonna see, as we go throughout today, we're gonna talk to people. People here are like super respectful. When Muslims pray, Christians stop, and vice versa. It's like, it's amazing to see, you know?
Now listen to this. Now you watch this. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? This is Ghana for you. This is what we do in Ghana. This is how we embrace ourselves. I'm calling on all investors. Come home. This country is a very beautiful country. I remember some time past, I went to Osu around 2 a.m. with some American friends of mine. The first question before we stepped out from the house was, "Are you sure it's safe?" I said, "Come on. This is Ghana. This is not America." Around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., we were still enjoying ourselves there. And you know one thing that they said to me, "What can we do to stay in your country?" And I said, "Then go to Foreign Affairs Ministry and ask them." We all laughed, over it. Ghana is the safest place. Ghana is the nicest place. When you come as an investor, you have good people welcome you. We believe in each and every person who comes, and we believe that that person is capable of doing something to help grow our country. There's a country that you walk, no one will ask you, "Where are your papers? Where is this? Where is that? Where do you stay?" No one will ask you that. But rather, people will show you love. This is my Ghana for you. You need to come. Your beautiful natural resources. And these natural resources that you guys are complaining about, these natural resources, are they for you? God had his plan. That is why he gave it to us. It's not for you. So we decide what we want to do with it. But it's interesting. I saw this story online, the graphic online. That is the government or state-owned media online. Very, very interesting. US. I don't know where cometh this. Now, this is the story. It says, US donates $6 million armored vehicles to boost Ghana's defense capabilities. Holy Moses. The country that you are saying is not safe. Why do you give us these cars? Or you are coming to invade us? Mr. President, if I were you, I would have sent those cars back. We don't know whether you planted some device or whatever in these, armored vehicles. Why this time? Why do you give us armored vehicle? For what? Are we going for war? Is that not the same country that you people said is not safe? So why this decision? The United States government has donated 14 mine-resistant, ambush-protected armored personnel carriers, APCs, worth over $6 million to the Ghana Armed Forces, in a move expected to significantly enhance the country's counter-terrorism in broader security operations. The official handover ceremony took place on Wednesday at Burma Camp in Accra, marking what both nations described as as a deepening of bilateral defense cooperation and long-standing security ties. So you knew this, Ambassador. You are the one, as the picture is shown on the screen. You are the one who made a donation on behalf of the U.S. government. You knew this. Why then did you say that our country is not safe? Why? Oh, okay, because the country is not safe, you believe that we're supposed to use this to defend ourselves against who? Who? It's about time Africa stands against some of these things. We need to develop our own thing. That is why Apostle Kojo Safo is there. He can develop all these things. Resource him. He's a Ghanaian. Resource him. Not all the time that we're going to take some of these things from these people. We don't know whatever thing that is, but whether they are device bombs or whatever, in the form of armored vehicles or what. You are saying you are donating it to us. Just some few days, few weeks, few months, declaring Ghana this or that. That Ghana is not safe. Then you come and then donate this. For what reason? It's very sad. Very, very sad. You are watching Ghana Speaks with me, yours truly, Enoch Ijo, and the program probably brought to you by WACO and the Hawk Investigations. When it comes to building of houses, construction of roads, anything that you need sand, once you come to Ghana, the international community should pay attention to this. You come to Ghana, call this important number. It's very, very, very important. 050 571 4871. 050 571 4871. Once you call them, they will be there to assist you. Equally, Hawk Investigations is an investigative firm here in this country. Private investigative firm. If you want them to investigate something very important and dear to you, be it undercover or whatever, call on them. They will respond to you. Call on them on 020-228-3252. 020-228-3252. Be right back after this.
In a world where darkness rules, a world without a law, a world where truth is hidden, this is the world where we shine our light to make it better so you can sleep. We are the hunters of truth. Hawk Investigation Company. We hunt for the truth. Call us 0 any day, anytime, and we will be there to hunt for your truth.
Okay, welcome back. Now, why do you add Burkina Faso to it? A young man of about 37, Ibrahim Traoré, approved the construction of Burkina Faso's first refinery to process gold domestically, halting the export of unrefined gold to Europe. So, you want us always to come to you begging. This guy came to office through illegal means, isn't it? But today, around the world, all African countries, including some of your own white people and some of your own Americans, Caucasians and so on and so forth, have all come together to defend him. Wow! It tells you that Africa is gradually rising. He is the star. He is shining, and you can't put it off. You need to allow him to operate and work. That is how we do it in Africa. The African way, the Burkinabe way, the Ghanaian way. And that's how we do it. You need to respect it. You do not tell us how we're supposed to run our affairs. God blessed Ghana with Nkrumah. He blessed Africa with Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah, you same people took him out of the equation. Eventually, we had General Ignatius Kutu Echampon, the man who, and there's time, the national anthem, national pledge, God bless the homeland Ghana, I promise on my honor, all of them were approved. Later on, God blessed us again with Sankara. What happened? Somewhere in 1987, we took him out as well. You people took him out. And then Gaddafi came to office. It's interesting, all those people who came to office through bloodless coup ended up in a very barbaric manner. Same happened to Champon, same happened to Gaddafi. He came to office without a single drop of blood. Under his time, look at how Libya was rich. Libya was the heaven of Africa. Tariffs were down. People were going there for businesses. And we were so proud of that country. But after you guys took him out, you know what they were, struggling over? Human parts. Selling and kidnapping people. And you are proud. And today you want to come and attack Ibrahim Traore? How no? All of us, we speak. We will talk. And that makes us who we are. And you need to accept it. One problem is an African fighting against his fellow African. And this video that you are about watching, I don't want to use the word fool. That would be an insult. But I believe the said gentleman should check his mental faculty. It's very important. The guy claims to be an African American and that he's not an African and that there's difference. When your ancestors were tricked with mirror, the white man came to the shores of our continent and they showed your ancestors the mirror. And then your great-great-great-grandparents looked at the mirror, they saw themselves in it, they were dancing, they were happy, and said, take this mirror and give us your gold. After that, they used our own people, and said to them, give us the strongest among you. We trade them, for us, and we give you a mirror. And the black man was so happy that your ancestors, they were so happy. They were so happy. They were taking the mirrors and all those stuff. And they betrayed the strongest. And they said, you guys are going to work as slaves for us. We need your women. And they were giving the women to them, sleeping with them, killing them, and feeding the rest to the sharks. And you are telling me that you don't identify yourself as an African, but you identify yourself as an African. Are you crazy? Maybe you've not seen the video. Watch him. A warfare Somalian talking like that. At least that is what I'm told that they call him. Warfare Somalian. Watch it.
To everybody that calls me Somali, I'm not fucking Somali. I'm not Somalian. I'm not from Africa. I don't identify with anything African. I am African American. Okay? African Americans are a new breed of African. Okay? We're not from Africa. We're from America. I was born in New York. We're not the same thing. We're not. We're black. That's an American thing. Black isn't anywhere else besides America. We are a new tribe. Okay? We don't look nothing like y'all. We don't talk nothing like y'all. We don't dress nothing like y'all. Know the difference. We are not the same. At all. Period. Point blank. Have a nice night. Have a good day.
There's nothing demeaning, painful, and very hurting than having your own black brother, your own African brother look down on you. And that's the problem with some of you. Some of our black brothers. I remember having a friend who I once worked with at a radio station. He was an American. At the least provocative thing, that he'll go like, you blacks, And I asked him one day, are you blue or white? Why do you keep saying you blacks, you black? What is wrong with you? I warned him, and from that day, he stopped using that phrase. In a country that you claim that you come from, when they meet you at night, they racial profile you. When they shot and killed other blacks, all of us rallied. When they knelt on the neck of George Floyd, all of us rallied behind our African brothers there. For you to come back, your ancestors will be so ashamed of you. Do you know one thing? Many a time you hear statements like first black this, first black that. Those people even make things worse. Barack Hussein Obama, President Obama, former president, first black American president. Under his time, that LGBTQ and queer, all those things were approved. They used the black man for that. The white man told him what to do and he did it. To the extent that when he went to Kenya, he wanted to do the same. And I was so happy when Uhuru Kenyatta said it to his face. He said it to his face that, look, you should understand, we have bilateral relations, we enjoy all those things that you are doing for us, but you cannot dictate and tell us how we're supposed to run our country. These things, we forbade it in our country. And Obama kept quiet. Now look at this guy, the guy that they wanted to use him against Tuareg. The same guy who trained those leaders. His name, General Langley, Michael Elliott Langley. First black four-star general in the United States of America Marine Corps. I keep telling you, the first this, the first that, most of them are useless. Look at his face, that is him. You, look at the struggle that your fellow black brothers are going through. Yet when a white man gave you that position and told you to turn against your own people, you decided to accept. Who are you to decide what happens in our continent? I tell you that, look, the whites, they are not that bad though. We, the blacks, some of us, we turn against each other. How on earth? Four-star general, the first black this, the first black that. That is why last time I said in my local language, Kofi Annan was the first UN Secretary General. What did he do in Ghana? What did he do in Africa? Everything that he did was to favor the white man. I keep telling you, the first this, the first that, the first this, the first that. I'm a proud Fanti man, a proud Ghanaian. So proud of my country. This General Langley guy, you should be ashamed of your race and your color. Your ancestors fought so that one day you will make them proud. You are there planning on how to overthrow an African leader, and you call yourself a black man? I was so emotional last week. It seems to me the same thing is happening this week. Listen to what Mandela said. America sometimes think that each and every person who happens to be an enemy to them must also be an enemy to us. Listen to the response from Mandela.
And if so, would you want a Gaddafi or an Arafat or a Castro to be a future president of South Africa?
One of the mistakes which some political analysts make is to think that their enemies should be our enemies. That we can and we will never do. We have our own struggle, which we are conducting. We are great.
Welcome back. You are still watching Ghana Speaks with me, Enoch Ijo. I'm about to switch to my local language, the proud Fanti man. I did this for the international community, for the English community, and I want to make this very point very clear. That America should know we love them, we cherish them, but do not create impression as if we hate you, as if there's a war here, as if this place is a zoo. Because when it comes to the safest place on earth, trust me, there's no place like Ghana. That is why I'm calling on all of you, all and sundry, to come here, come and enjoy this beautiful country. Investor, if you're watching me, come to Ghana now. Come. We are calling you. Look at where I'm standing. A beautiful street. Yes. This is our country. This is our continent. Africa is the place to be. I'm, calling on our leaders once again. Make sure you make Africa attractive. Let them also queue as we queue. Go to the American embassy and go and look at how many, young guys are queuing just to go to America. You bounce people any day, anytime because of some weird requirements. We should do the same to them. If you want to come to Ghana, you have to go through the same process like Namibia is doing. In any case, if you decide to, say that all Africans or Ghanaians should go back to their country, and we also decide to do same like Namibia did to some of you, we decide to do same to all Americans. Question is, who will lose? I'm asking you, who will lose? We are not going to lose. We have the resources. We have what it takes. We have what it takes. Because we made our decision, you declare Ghana level 2, 3 or whatever. You should be level 4 or level 1 million. Allow us to be. President Donald J. Trump, allow Ghana to be. Now giving us armored cars to go and fight Burkina Faso or who's coming to invade us. Someone said that next week Russia too probably will also be bringing this. Anyway, like I said, this is for the English community. I'm switching to my local language, the Fanti language, and I'm going to speak Fanti on some specific Ghanaian local issues. But the good Lord bless you for watching. Keep subscribing, keep sharing. So now I'm going to switch. Ebusia, you good day, Shoshui. Iti ana make sure the history switch. Last week, video I made no wonder or trendy or TikTok patch and even baby. Na TikTok no YouTube nam that to. Let me introduce some that to Facebook. But I want to open a full version of me one brand, the Hawk TV. The Hawk TV. The Hawk TV. The Hawk TV. Echo YouTube and now subscribe. Can I subscribe and you get full versions of me now. Man, some make can last time Akwabina sama okay no. Whoa, me TikTok page one. Them wunde our problem kakra. Masa account ya fanti no one. Masa check history ni ata. History biana obi aboto no. Anyua osi no. It can be challenged any day anytime. For truth him the Ghana kro ye womi. Ghana kro ya ye womi. Ono oba ha first. Oba settle wa Ghana ha first. Oya gwan for no. I want oba ha first. It's every tribe biano. Every tribe biano. E be agwan. Every tribe. I work was 12 states, 12 regions. No, I am more than that. Today I am fancy free. Yefi bono. Atase. Yanasi fi offended Mali, One Mauritania, another the ancient Ghana Empire. The man of Guan Fonso originally no, when I see fi Burkina Faso. Atmasi. Echo. I agree ba if you kasa na waka wo hono no ya na watch on what people do I fanti kasa yan papa aka so aka fanti kasa Fanta so no de bibia ato Kwame na owo parliament aka Fanta kasa. Nti obi wo bondo e Fantini. Atmase. Iti try bibia no ebenya guan wom. Nti say obi ka to e Fantina sentence because e guana. Na tira Ghana ha kompo e be kira ko biale mfi ha. Na ko be kira obiale mfi ha. Nti mu do bi more responsible ho. Kono kosua na bet nyama ase. Response and bomb on him. Obi should be some question there. Abadin amanka samu wa haima ya mdama Ghana man. A good question. Mame ya ne mami jahami yi. Mami yi asama we tu kan meka. Medamo na omana yi. Yise hunu ene wo mu bia wo bisa. Me boss Jacob say abo bisa nda 2012 na abadem ke wo muko wa abroho. Mo boss specific place. Bisa no no woni mi so be ka cho adam so ma ye wo muko. Atmase. Ele mo ko fodo do a ye mu binom sebio ya hwe wonye me bia. John obeja ogbo na na ka se de mo wusi oje woni wonti wusi oje wonti. Awan ka se bisa na wan ka sa pa na ba dam question e obi sa wo so aba na wa so ya ma woman. You think go easy. Them the image baba be ja aka ma meka no no boa. An impression ye mu bi mi afem. Asama meka no man kere m de ubu fatifo ye hu fe dabi. Me ya fanti so mu bu me ya proud of make say no. Na sa all these journalists na di mi our fantifo Kwana no ya fanti nya, Kevin Taylor ya fanti nya, even though the chief for ya fanti nya, Captain Smart ya fanti nya. But when work a trip but I mean make say fanti no. It's the am look kokura I say ayaka fanti no. Fanti ka say I am there too. The mu say me je baby me to obi ka fanta. Na ma so why dey ku dey me tay. I am there papa. So proud of my color. Fantifo me cameraman you wa hi. I should not have cast but or your brony half or your gun and you so half. Yes, so I can fancy. That is problem when you are no Sunuko Togo. What's on your gun? Don't mind me, eh? You always very busy. Fancy, I am a dead. It can come fancy, be so like a fancy. Oh, you one fancy, I'm do. You're proud. As some American member who there. Young fancy, your opportunity, KJ, baby, young boy, young boy, see. Near boy young years young boy man. Some can demand in cheddar, say Fantini, never yet jubilee dia. I have found a phone to no selection, Dabi, one yan them, and I had them, not cheddar, also say a woman. A wobi biara, no mum, a wobi biano. 100%, make sure the 2% is also who impact or baby. And I'll find it there, a boyfriend, now by your man paying, and I beg your position, Gage. No, to I ask you, why would you actually go baby? That's young boy about. Intino, I want to work a academic response and Bamoni. Me Bubble Boy is Zimbi, they take the missing and Bubble Bono. The one go free. Once I found to four. Eh? Well, found to four. What whom was in Papa? Papa could see Indu. Papa could see Indu. Proud fancy. Young Pepe should be mezi always Wagana. Eyi na catch them no nyama when you are home. Ghana, every corner, every place you be a pepe boydma. Now so politics inti or attacking ejuma. Jumeza into Ghana no. No anyado the phone. Eyi na wafen enyum you party them let's yes start you are. Ya factor the indu also yes no start you. Jumezi papa ko sintimi ya mama no anye easy. Yipa mbobo ni dey fufu dan dey nyim kwekwana maami kwekwana ya kwekwana some catch all the number of moframa ocean wana ebobo enyum the reason why kweku administration table do dey bia no enter say last one administration table we say I say abutia na say table no last week program no me say ya kweku the number of moframa kweku ocean adam catch say that me tell boys and often you obi also say ya na what they are by teten but some so in na no na wa friend one scene be me you free that taki aboy no one side filling station bi wo ho or two girl be nice pretty girl no say abai why dem go school ask man papa ni bi ask for man no papa number no ask man number our friend ask oba no mama on ba bi mama she or share girl no somewhere around I think 2-3 years ago that girl in university The first salary was Jay Nossa, you could ask me so. I would, yeah. No, I knew, sir. You can't, and I'm one winner. Sometime when I will be more fided. Kyoku. The master that Captain Smartin are Dominion where you bought the boy. In don't want to swear you what the one from back. You could, I mean, you are the meaning pa. Mini, or for those who are auction. I bet you for the no half your cup and half your fancy and no quick to appear part. I know original for PPP. Only Ghana ha our brochid Bamumbo Convention. As that oil waha, the Juma web when and will depend on Abenti. Some more Bachawa obey the number of people and the amount of money he spends in a week. Enyumnyamno ibinyen. Enyumnyamno ibinyen. Now, Mohammed Baba King, Church of Christ, one missionary, Dan Owusu Isiama. Thousands and thousands of people. Nakolukon Domia Brakasham Waya Oho. Pepe Ekunuhu Ammanko Fum Bankasa. Now, so long when the Bimke can send you what to know the some for down for Pepe and Yama Waye Wagana Hanu. Odu baby come to and copra for one about. He ain't free. I have Domia Bravo. I have Antino and I know Santini. Dam na yayen. Another person I'm going to a couple. May interview international interview many former Irish presidents. Many years. Mary Robinson. The uncle of Mr. and Mrs. Cranton. Mr. Daniel Owusu Cranton and Mrs. Hannah Owusu Cranton. Even in Waba, damn CNN programming African Voices on CNN. Uncle Free Adawai Wagano Kumahan. So I catch our mining communities. What can no catch in history? All their lives in India and we devote among scholarships or scholarship programs. Ghana outside in biblical Peshepo. Yeah. Jumedi and Ada in coffee with wine. Even though it's a statue, what I'm what's an offer? So selfless. Then Bibi Mikacha and opening Nanya Pia, you have anything and come for politics. Was hey, politics. When you know, I don't know, be better say some over, but maybe I may pay. How about one for the man? So selfless. And when you put one country, we catch them is also planting for you, present to go a gun and composition say be that. Now so or brand was yes. Iti asama me pela me catch on the day. Enyum this I mean for the squatchy me you fi abra na be mahama ne is a secretary and spokesperson sabani minim dey ya nyama wo keep na nyimanyen na kodo na ye na hwe me be ye your other places for abra ho ane embo so ade boa magana man so na gbebu no so youth so tun ye baby njina but more na so boa na me youth no so not only ana me kan no say enye baby jina na be hwe ofie nkoti ano e wrong wonya ne dam Shelmano because manity na ho na mum mekaka so ye den onfo ofie nti am care dem say 100% 2% bi so onfo ofie dem na woye nyame show I want to TikTok last time what comment me no obi bia if you want magasa me respond na me show won niara me don na sepa wala bo show on TikTok last time let's one brother Hawk TV the Hawk TV want to subscribe full version of this program na economy ya no version na kakra for bofum na esuzuma en fatim na mom ya light off no oh yeah too much watch man light off na mo hu some video bi na the video men kan wa samende because of the America what nyama sesan what in na men kan wa samende. You see there's this video that you need to watch about this white dude who was talking about Africa and explaining why Africa must be kept where they are. And whilst those things are going on, whilst we are fighting against each other, we'll be making the money. We need to make good use of our resources. That's the video that I'm going to leave you with. May the good Lord bless you. Thank you so much for watching. So ye our now wabonhoka ye wako one the Hawk TV. Wako open ahia epede eye kwan esi school. Epede ewa bochili enya ahia pepe bi quality one bi pa epe enya ahia pi na etum di sidan na di yewu project dia fra wako. One number yam de bobo 0 actual 5 0 7 1 4 8 7 1 in the me abotala bobo I know what's going but wasn't not from one I'm also abali hwehwem epede nyeme bi kodo baby na entasa but wasn't there ever investigative team no investigations for that one now that from 020 228 3252 020 228 3252 nyame on show there and there so and also light of you know me je street to you nti light no ba e ba kwen back to your studio me don na say there wa show nyame show me did video ni John bye bye.
Africa, historically, sub-Saharan Africa, has been fundamental to the global prosperity of the advanced countries. And Africa had a role to play. It has a role as a raw material producer. We will not allow sub-Saharan Africa to escape that. Okay, we do everything to keep sub-Saharan Africa where it is, also impoverished. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else. So let's get clear about that. Okay, and this means all the economic structures, all the global institutions, and the economics we teach everyone is all designed to keep Africa exactly where it is.